What the hell did they do? Wait, isn't there like a recovery option, like a restore to a?
Only if you created a backup, I think.
Oh, really? It doesn't automatically do it. Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
All right, boys, we're going live. We're going
All right.
live.
Have fun. I
All
mean, I'm
right.
sticking around, but
All right.
like,
Well, we're
It's like
live. We're live now. So, what is going on,
Excellent.
everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Realm Status. We are talking Camelot Unchained tonight. Joining me today, it is my good old buddy Bobo, my buddy Jake, and my buddy Adam. How you guys doing tonight?
doing
Good.
well.
I'm doing well. I'll be there in like 30 seconds. I was putting my son to bed.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. So, the last time we made a video was about a month ago. And since then, we have gotten some more information from Camelot Unchained. I think we had about, two like sound videos. Another video that just dropped today, actually, that they did not watch. We had another art video, and we had a stealth video, which was pretty badass. And we had an announcement for early release for this year, for this freaking year. So I'm pretty pumped, man. But why don't we get started? What I first want to do is talk about some of the comments we had in our last video. So the first person I want to bring up, and let me pull everything up. His name is Dummyface. And he hit our comment board, like our comments up a ton, dude. Gave a lot of input. So Dummyface, if you're out there, if you're watching this later, I appreciate all your comments, dude. You made a lot of good points. And it was really cool that it looks like you actually watched the whole video. It was a long video. So I appreciate it, man. Next comment I want to bring up here is from Alex Kidd. And he said, "Hey, Swiper, glad to see you're back." And he said that you say that they won't do dedicated crafting classes, but I read the other day in the crafting document, which has already been changed, they clearly say we're still debating whether it should be limited for crafters only in the Merchant Guild panel. So crafting, I was looking this up all last night because I have been not 100% sure about crafting. My understanding was they weren't going to do the crafting class at all. But to be quite honest with you, I don't know if I read that or if I mistakenly read it, but I kind of thought everybody was just going to be able to craft. And I thought it was like popcorn crafting. I think that's how it's been perceived or described.
What's that mean?
Popcorn, it's everybody can do it, right? So everybody has the ability to do it. So if you pick a class, because there used to be like the fighter class and like the crafting class, that's what it used to be, right? You are a combat class. I forget what they called it. But you had two choices, crafter or combat. So I think that's changing. And we've got a couple comments already. Yes, heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. But yes, so I think the question I wanted to ask was, where did you get this information from, Alex Kidd? Because I feel like the last viable information was like from 2 years ago when it came to this. So I don't know, man. I'll keep looking around. If anybody knows, feel free to chat, put something in the chat, but I don't know. Anyway, first topic that I wanted to bring up today, the stealth video. I think everybody here at least watched it. So I want to get your opinions on it, your thoughts, and then we'll bring up some talking points about it. So Bobo, I would like to start with you, man. What did you think of the stealth video that we saw? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, first of all, I think it wasn't the resolution of the video wasn't that great, so it's hard to see the quality of everything we see. But I think it wanted to reflect the whole concept behind the stealth mechanics in the game, because it's basically you're traveling beyond the veil when you're in stealth mode, so you're not just like invisible. You're walking to another dimension. So I think that reflected well what the intent was, so that you see things and hear things with distortions. and you cannot see as far as you would normally do in the regular realm. So
Into
yeah, I
another
think
dimension.
I think it was good. The whole concept of stealth is very different in CU than it's meant in other games. So you're just not invisible. So I think yeah, it's gonna be it can be it's probably still a work in progress. They're gonna change the lightings and all, and they're gonna react to people's opinions. But yeah, I think it's good.
Awesome. Adam, let me get your 2 cents, buddy.
So I like the concept. I think it's a unique take on stealth. It really depends a lot on their implementation of it. So I wasn't 100% sold on the extraordinarily limited view distance. I feel like if I'm playing a game, I want to be able to see things. I understand that in the video they talked about like there's supposed to be drawbacks to it. So I get that. So I'm kind of reserving judgment until I see a little bit more. I feel like they could really make some interesting gameplay mechanics around it. They could really implement it as a viable, unique take on the traditional stealthing mechanics. I know we had talked before, and we've read before that the concept of the more people in the Vale, some storms and stuff might start happening to kind of dissuade a group of 600 people all sitting in the Vale waiting to gank one person that's like running on their own. So it really depends a lot on how they implement it and what kind of drawbacks there are for doing it. That's kind of my take. Very, very just need more information, but I like that they're trying something new.
Yeah, man, I can agree. Jake, I don't know if you want to say anything. I don't know if
No,
he's on the
mostly
watching.
what Adam said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
So
if they use it as a way to control ganks and zergs and they're, you know, people are penalized for it and it's worked properly, it'll be a great mechanic, but that's all speculation.
I did try to post the video in the chat. I don't know if it went through or not, so you might want to throw it up there just so people can reference it.
actually, yes, I totally forgot. I'm throwing it up now. Thank you for the reminder. So here's my take on stealth. I think the best part of it is the fact that when you stealth, you could see other people that are like also stealthed. So it makes the veil like a living world almost, or a spirit world. I'd say more like a spirit world. I like the concept of you going in there. Obviously, nobody can see you. Like, right? Stealth is always. I think it's always needed in MMOs, and I'm glad they're launching. Well, I would assume they're going to launch with it, considering they had a whole video about it. So, for early access, but I think just being able to go in, kind of see other stealthers, and then you can like sort of give your guild or your party or whatever a heads up, like, hey, I see stealthers, right? So it would almost be like a tactical thing as well. There were a couple points that I wanted to bring up, and it was more or less 2 points. It was when it comes to stealth in general, at least for Camelot Unchained. Are we going to see this as like an anti Zerg thing, or is this more like just a clunky mechanic? Do you guys think? Like, how do you guys think this is going to roll out when we're all out in RVR and we're all playing together? Like, what do you guys think?
I, I'll give you my opinion on it
Go
if you
for it.
want.
Yeah, go for it.
So, and it really, I think that when it first comes out, truthfully, it's probably going to be some kind of clunky mechanic, and it really depends on how they nurture the mechanic. Like I said, I think they can have a lot of good gameplay mechanics baked into it in regards to anti-zerging and stuff like that. I think that it's going to be important to give people the ability to have like these small scale combats like in the Vale and things like that, but it kind of needs to discourage there being a full group of 20 people or something like that, just sitting there waiting for like a non-veiled class to, you could have one person standing there as bait, and then 50 people pop out of the veil and just murder a small group that thinks they're picking on a small fight. So I think they need to have something in place to kind of keep it small scale or keep it oriented around kind of scouting around or trying to get behind enemy lines without being seen, and lean into that versus the whole for people that have played Dark Age, like a mile gate, where if you show up as a visible class, you just get jumped by 16 archers and 12 assassins, and it's kind of defeats the point then. So I think that there's a lot of potential there. It just really depends on implementation.
Yeah, I think we have a comment here. I think it'll help prevent gank groups and make stealth more tactical mechanic in small man fights. Um, I I can agree. I think it's really going to be dependent on, because when these classes were originally built, man, they had a lot of cool concepts like the Veil Storms, like you bring up, and that was supposed to sort of counteract certain aspects of RVR. Like I know if the Zerg it was too big, or if a realm got too overgrown, or like they conquered way too much. I think that's where the Veil Storms were supposed to come in. I think also, like you were saying, if there were too many stealthers, it could trigger the Veil Storm. And it kind of went the concept of going inside the veil. It would kind of disrupt it and cause it. So we'll see how it gets implemented. Now, another good point that we were sort of talking about before we started the show. Let's say we have crafting in some way whatsoever, whether it's going to be a full crafter or whether it's going to be everybody can craft. And let's say there is a consumable out there, right? And this consumable allows you to temporarily see inside the veil for like, I don't know, a certain amount of time, whether it's 30 seconds, a couple minutes, but it would be a consumable. It's something that a crafter could make and provide. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, I think it would be if they implement it like this, they will have to be careful about it, because you don't want the veil to be just like I can hop around just to avoid being in battle with someone else in the regular realm, and it has to be not too common that you go in there. Uh, that's about it for now. I can explain maybe a bit later on my thoughts, but I'll let Adam go on about it.
I mean, from what you said before, you kind of mentioned one of the comments from the last video from I don't remember his name, but he mentioned how you need to stress the importance of crafting in the game and building an economy. I think that I think it would be an interesting concept to have a consumable or a craftable item that allows you to, consume or maybe have a long cooldown to give you the opportunity as a non-stealthing class to enter the veil. Um, Obviously, I don't think that it should be something that is easily done or that you can just continuously use like a stealth class or whatever we want to call them. I'm just going to refer to them as stealth class
That's fine.
because that would just kind of take away the entire gameplay mechanic from that class. But as long, like I said, I go back to the whole, if as long as there is some kind of mechanic to dissuade a huge group of people all just hanging out in the veil, like whether that is the longer you stay in there, the more damage you take when you finally pop out, or you start to build stacks of some kind of a debuff. I don't know. There needs to be something in place. But I think it would be an interesting concept to. I don't. I wouldn't like the ability for someone that's not in the veil to just see people in the veil and pop them out, like but if you actually enter the veil and have all the same downsides that everyone else in there does, I could see that being pretty interesting.
I just also thought that one thing that could be nice if there was like one of the classes that can send someone through the veil via a focus spell. so he can keep that other person in the veil for a certain amount of time, but don't see that person. So you don't see him because you cannot see him beyond the veil,
Right.
but you
Yeah.
can send someone through the veil, either to chase someone that just ganks someone from your group, but with the mysterious and unpredictable aspect of it, because the caster would not be able to see in the veil.
Yeah, that'd be wild, man.
That'd be nice.
It looks like some people are saying as Nathan Huft, hopefully I'm saying that right. As you approach the enemy group, you'll go in stealth and reposition and pick your spots to attack. It should make stealthers very useful. DPS small man. So I think I agree, and I think Warhammer. I don't know, Adam. I know we played a lot of it actually together, but I remember. I think I had a stealther, and I think all we did was just like there would be a Zerg that would run by, and we would just pick off the stragglers. Like it's just so much fun, just picking off the stragglers and just being kind of assholes about it. But I
That's
actually
really
enjoyed that.
That's the kind of like hit and run play style that they should encourage. I just don't
Yeah,
want to
like
see the whole stealth Zerg in action
Yeah.
again, because that's not fun for anyone.
nope.
You don't who wants to be, I'm trying to catch up with my friends. I'm trying to catch up with my friends. And next thing you know, 1,200 arrows are sticking out of your chest and you just drop over.
Yeah, I think that as stealthers, there should be like occasion of opportunities rather than just disrupting a complete Zerg or disrupting everything. I mean, it has to be like concise hit and run targeting, strategically placed attacks.
Yeah. So Manifest Freedom says, and I sort of forgot this. There's a resource requirement determination, so assassins can only stay there for a limited amount of time. And it's thinking the same thing. There's also a longer channeling time to enter. So I sort of remember a long time ago they said, but when you enter the veil, you're draining something, and
sense.
maybe that's what it was, this determination. And it's kind of like I know Guild Wars 2, when you play the stealth class, you don't stay perma stealth. Like in WoW, when you're a rogue, you're just perma stealth until you decide to get out. I think Guild Wars 2 is more or less like, all right, I'm going to jump in stealth. I have this much time to be in it. I'm going to do something. And then I think they gave him some abilities to get back into it. But it was more or less like you were popping in and out.
I mean, in the past, the way good MMOs have utilized stealth is that thieves are very hard to play well, and they're all very, very squishy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. I don't know if CU is going to do the same thing, because the Veil seems like a whole other mechanic that hasn't been used before, except for like GW2, like you said. That's limited there, but it's not the same thing.
No, yeah,
But,
yeah.
But if your stealth classes are squishy and they take
So-
a lot of skill to play, then sometimes that will mitigate like the Zergs and stuff.
Greg, I just posted in Discord. There's a Camelot Unchained video from September, and if you jump to like 8 minutes and 45 seconds, it kind of shows there's a long channel time of jumping into the veil, and then there's almost like a stamina bar that drains while they're in there, with a couple charges on it. So he is right. There's some kind of a resource, and I like the fact that there's a cast time on it, and you're not just kind of popping it as an oh shit button, like get out of stealth quick or go in stealth quick.
Right.
You have to be strategic about it.
They also have stealth, but it's also made like proximity camouflage. Anyone within 30 meters stealther can see them. Okay. So in the
I didn't know that. That's
so
cool.
I thought if once you're in there, only people can see you that are also in the veil. I didn't know it was like. And remember, we were watching the video and there was the guard like recognized.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait a minute, how's the guard see this?
Right now. The guard
Yeah.
is whacking them.
And I'm like, well, I guess if we're gonna break immersion and like the guard's gonna see you, because that's how it is in all MMOs, right? The guards can always see the stealth people for the most part. You gotta like stay like a certain amount away from them so they don't see you. But I don't know. I think that I don't know if I gave like my full opinion about it, but I like the fact that it's like this other realm. I've always liked the Veil mechanics since MJ's first started talking about it. I like the Veil Storms. I liked so much that was kind of behind it. So I'm glad they're at least incorporating or showing us what they're incorporating with the veil. And I like the idea that for the most part, you can have like stealth battles. Like, you can literally find other people from other realms in there with you. So, but I guess we'll see, how much time you could be in there,
And there's also the fact that the more concentration of people that are in the veil, veil storms can happen and shit can happen pretty quickly if there's too many
Big
stealthers
bug.
in place. So that would be nice.
Yes. Well, it was a big bug. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. I'm sort of taking it at face value, and I was just thinking, okay, how do other MMOs work? And usually, if you get too close to a guard, they'll attack you, or they'll have that like symbol. I can't remember what game it was, but they'll have this like symbol, and they
Yeah,
can like see
I
you
know.
because that
I
symbol
know
means they can
exactly what
see
you're
you.
talking about.
But yes, so anything else you guys want to talk about when it comes to the veil or stealth or anything?
I'm reading Manifest Freedoms here, and he's saying that there's a veil mechanic and a stealth mechanic that are different, which I think is kind of cool.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember that now that he mentions it. I remember that there was stealth and camouflage. So
Or the veil
basically,
and some kind of a camouflage.
yeah, and basically you had that as well in Dark Age of Camelot.
Dark Age,
Back in
yeah.
the day as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had stealth and camouflage. So, but they're going to be like
Cool.
implemented to a whole different level with the veil idea. So.
Yeah.
So I kind of just to recap on it, I think that it has a lot of potential. The concept is neat because it's a new concept. I like the fact that there's a cast time, so it's not just like a quick hit it the second
Yeah.
somebody sees you. So it really, they're gonna have to flesh it out, and they're gonna have to listen to the community feedback as to what people actually want or are enjoying, and not just go off of some crazy ass idea that they have that nobody wants.
Yeah, man, that's the hope, right? That's definitely the hope.
Well,
all
we
right.
cannot. At least we cannot say anything against the fact that they wanted to try to do something different and bring the MMOs to a different level.
Yeah,
Trying different things.
so when that's a good point, because when I initially saw this, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like like I don't recall, or at least I've played a lot of MMOs, but I don't recall like an MMO kind of doing this where stealth can see stealth, and that's pretty much sort of it for the most part. And I was like, well, you know what? If they can go this unique, right? And I think we were talking a lot, so we don't need to rehash this again from our last video. But a lot of us were like, hey, these classes better be pretty unique, or at least I was saying that these classes better be pretty unique. They better be fun and interesting and like different, because that's sort of what I'm looking forward to, for each realm. That's what made Dark Age Camelot really cool, in my opinion. So the fact that they did something like this, just with it kind of, I don't know. To me, it projects that maybe they have a little bit more up their sleeve when it comes to these classes, hopefully. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. So, if I get creeping death still. Okay, yeah,
Perforate
sorry.
artery. Oh god. I'll be honest, just to comment on that the PA into creeping death, like your stress level, and I can still feel it. The sound effect of getting birthed into a creeping death. Good times.
Yeah.
All right, so
Good times.
go ahead. Sorry, Bobo. Go ahead.
No, I thought of an anecdote that I lived in Dark Age. I was a hunter, so I had my pet, and for a while, your pet could keep on chasing a stealther, even if you went in stealth mode.
Mhm.
So sometimes I remember I chased someone for maybe 30 minutes until I finally managed to kill him because my pet wouldn't let go of him. So it was hilarious.
That's awesome. So,
But it also made sense because the pet follows the smell, not the sight. So
there you go, man. I got the senses
Yeah.
going, bro. Hell yeah, dude.
exactly. So
Ah.
so it sort of made sense. So even if that guy complained, I was like, Okay, well, my dog smelled you, didn't see you.
He heard you and smelled you. Um, so what I want to talk about now is we had a teaser video, which to me was pretty shocking. And it's funny because, and I'm gonna play it right here, but it's kind of funny because I was like, oh, teaser video, right? And then, so I'm watching it, and I'll be straight up with you. Like, I was like, okay, so like they're showing some environment, they're showing some like they're just running around. They show like a pack of like I think they're NPCs, but I could be totally wrong. And I was just like, okay. And then at the end, it was like early release for this year. I was like, holy shit. Is this game like actually gonna release? Like, I know it says early release, right? And my expectations are very tempered. But when I watched this video, I'm like, oh, the castles look kind of cool, right? And I did play some of their earlier development stuff. Obviously, we can't talk about it, but I jump on here and there, and I saw the stuff they put there. I think it's safe to say the castles and things like that. So it was pretty cool. But it was sort of giving me the vibe of like when I used to play Warhammer and I'd see like the castles and like the RVR and like a lot of the games that I play would be like WoW and Guild Wars 2 has some RVR, right? But I was just like, oh man, castle sieges. Like I couldn't get enough of it because a lot of games I played didn't really have it. So I started to get excited, and I'm like, oh, dude, like a big reason why I started wanting to do these videos too. Just like, oh, all right, dude. Now what do I want to play? Like, what exactly do I want to play? So with this game supposedly coming out this year, even though it's early release.
Yeah, early access, yeah.
Early access, sorry, not early release, early access. What do you guys want to play?
Well, I'll let Miserable start again.
Like what class do I want to play?
Okay, first of all, I mean, I want to play the Vikings, and we're all going to play together. I mean, I'm open to whoever, but yes. So what, first of all, what realm, what race, what class?
I don't even know what's going to be in early access, so I'm
Well,
honestly.
I can tell you the
not-
name. Yeah, I can
Go
tell
ahead.
you the names of the classes.
Well, first of all, faction, anything. What what are they called? Is it? I know the Vikings, but what are they actually called in this? Were they able to go with Midgard? Or
I
is
think
there
they're
another
just
name
the
for it?
Vikings, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vikings probably.
Yes.
And what do I have to choose from, Bubba? What classes or is
thought
your
I s-
insights telling us?
Yeah, I thought I saved them earlier. Somehow I just lost them. But there was like, hold on, I'll try to find it again.
Because there's supposed to be like 30
You can pull up the
total.
wiki.
Yeah, but I
I
don't
have
know.
the wiki pulled up.
I don't know what they've actually fleshed out yet. Or not.
Albion. No. No, you know what? I'd prefer Albion over TDD, though, to be honest with you. But TDD have some really cool classes. They'd have some cool names, I guess I could say. But Albion's all right, but I gotta go Vikings. Let me pull up their site quick, and then I think I can kind of remember what was in the game during betas or whatever they're calling those things, and then
It says, I mean, there's a ton.
there are, but a lot of them aren't going to be out there. So let me go.
Okay,
go
you
there
would
real
know
quick.
better.
All
Because
right.
I think there's 12.
So I think, okay, let's all talk and people in chat help me out. I think the Hellbound, the Mjolnir, Stone Healer, the Winter Shadow, because that's the Archer. I think the Wave Weaver, and I'm going to assume the Stealth class, and I think that's the Shadow Walker.
Okay, so 18 classes. So Manifest Freedoms has it broken down into just archetype.
There you go. Yes.
I would probably play like if they have a Scald class. I'm assuming that's going to be a performer. Assuming it's not just a buff bot and there's actually some combat mechanics in there. I've always enjoyed those types of classes. So
Are they gonna have like druids, shapeshifters, like it says?
Shapeshift. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be in like for early release. Like I don't think that was going to be in the original. Like because they had a lot of classes, but they yeah. So
well, I think that was the Child of Loki. Yeah, shapeshifters is a type of class. It looks like.
Yeah. So in the Archer and the okay, so in the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Stone Healers, Scald,
Yes.
Shadow Walker.
Yeah, pesky NDA.
Pesky NDA. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
hear
trying to
that.
be careful
That,
because
that's why I think we're safe talking about like the overall like type of class. Like he has performers. Like this has Skull listed as a support, um, which I'm kind of looking at
At
here.
this point in time for this game, they should scrap that NDA. The more
I-
that's out about it, the better.
I'm
I-
not
They
disagreeing.
need more information.
yeah, I know,
No.
dude. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're careful on the hype against. So I think
That
they
too.
got burned once, so they
Yup.
have to be careful. And I don't think. I mean, many people are complaining for the time it takes to release. So I think they're going on a safe route and release information when it's going to be good information enough and far in development enough to be talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobo, always being rational.
I agree.
Oh yeah,
I
have
agree.
To,
Yes.
to answer your question, like
Yeah.
depending on the size of the map in early access, depending on the method of traveling, is there mounts? If there's not mounts,
I don't think
are there
there's gonna be
speed
mounts.
classes?
Yes, I
like
think
in
there's
other
gonna be speed.
games.
I
I
think
would
they're
probably have to play a speed class then, because running around at a snail's pace is just asking for trouble.
and
I would play. I don't think it's going to be there at launch, even though they were already talking about it like a few years ago, and it was the scout classes. So I mean, it was I was an
Whoa.
archer in Dark Age of Camelot, but
wait.
the scout
Let
class-
me yell at you
Sorry,
real
sorry.
quick. No, I'm gonna yell at you
Yeah.
real quick. The scout class, what I remember, they weren't really like about the combat. They were more like they were meant to like navigate or like to give you like heads up or right. Like they were really focused on
Exactly.
combat, right?
Yep.
Nah.
And, yeah, but that's the class. That's the part of the game in Dark Age that I was probably the most efficient at. I was just like running around the borders and just like tell everyone, okay, so X amount of group, I said those people there, and it really helped a lot in defending your
Mhm.
borders.
Yeah.
And, that's the part of game. I love MMOs, but I was doing my own thing to help the realm. So I think that's the way I'm most efficient at. I'm most efficient at. In PvE, that's different, but PvP, I was good on one-on-ones, even sometimes one-on-two, and scouting. So, but if it's not there, I'll probably go as well, hold on, the archer in
the Winter
Vikings.
Shadow, right? I think that's the Winter
Yeah.
Shadow. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, I love the Viking classes in Dark Age, but what got me playing the Vikings was the fact that I love the archer class from Midgard. So if my hunter would have been in Hibernia or Albion, I think that's a road I would have taken. I would have chose a different realm just because I enjoy that class so much.
Yeah, man.
So that's the main fact. Yeah.
Well, it's good, man. I'm hoping you and Adam definitely have a lot more experience in Dark Age than I do. I think I played a lot more Warhammer than I did Dark Age, but when they started announcing the classes, and obviously I was always obsessed with the Vikings. I still am, just in general. They have I think it was the spirit class, like they basically I don't remember if they're called spirit classes, but it was the Slaughter Wolf. Spirit Mage, that's it. Spirit Mage. Slaughter Wolf, man, that's what I want to play. But I don't think those were set to also be out right away. But that would be my first pick. Definitely the Slaughter Wolf. But if the Slaughter Wolf isn't there, which I don't think it's going to be, then I'd probably just look at our group makeup.
That reminds me of the White Lion from Warhammer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the melee with the pet, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a very cool concept. I don't know. I was thinking Stone Healer. I was really into like the Wave Weaver years ago because of like the all the customization you could do with the spells and things like that. Like I was really pumped for that. And then the Mjolnir always looked kind of cool, and the Hellbound looked pretty cool. But I do like healing in PvP, especially if we're gonna need a dedicated healer. So I'll probably do that. But if not, probably the Wave Weaver then.
But one thing I'd like to add is that even though I didn't play that many MMOs, but when I played Dark Age, there's many classes that I enjoyed playing because they were very different and it felt like a unique class. So I think that most people will enjoy the fact that the classes are different, and sometimes because in other MMOs I used to stick to one class because all the other ones I didn't enjoy them. But in Dark Age it was harder to choose only one. So I think that's something they hit perfectly, and they probably will do it again because they're really working hard on making different classes and making them unique. And won't elaborate on that because that's what we mentioned last time. But the uniqueness of the classes is what is one of the most important aspects of CU, I think.
I think it's definitely going to be one of the driving pillars for sure. And you know what, Manifest, dude? If you're Vikings, you party up with us, man. You come around with us. We'll do some streaming. Yeah. We'll kick some ass, dude. Hell yeah, man.
Bring your brother.
Bring your brother, yes. That's gonna be awesome.
Nobody asked me, but
oh well, sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
No, don't apologize. I'm gonna be a smart ass. I always play what Adam forces me to play. That's my class.
All right, I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
You tell me what to play.
Okay.
Well, wait. So, what's gonna make our group makeup, like our team
right,
makeup?
that's it. Whatever buffs the party wants that Adam doesn't want to give. That's what I end up doing.
Jake, there is no slave classes, so you're fucked.
Well, then I'm out of a class.
I'm sure we can find something for you.
You'll
yeah. We'll
need a dedicated crafter. So
I'm not crafting. We have Bobo.
Yeah, we got Bobo for that. Bobo's a crafter, man. He's just
I'm not a crafter. I'm a gatherer, not a crafter.
Yes. Well, we could add it to your resume.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna head out. I've yawned 7 times in a row.
All right, dude. Have a good one,
You guys
buddy.
have a great stream.
All right.
See ya, Jake. Have a good night.
Well, yes. So I think overall, group. Oh, your thing got a little messed up. I'll fix that then while we're talking. Group. Well, our makeup, our group will be awesome. It'll be freaking awesome, dude. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Not worried about it at all. All right. Well, the last topic. Go ahead. Sorry, Adam.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, the last topic I sort of wanted to bring up was when we were sort of talking about this the other night, maybe even a little bit earlier today, but with how much this game has changed over the years, I think a lot of us to this day still don't really know. Sorry, I just read that comment. A lot of us we still don't know what exactly this game's going to be, and I'm sure we'll find out once early release hits. But a lot of this game when it first came out catered to Dark Age of Camelot fans, and they had a lot of crazy, wild ideas. A lot of them super excited about, but I think with how many years have gone by, they've scaled back a lot. So it's getting to a point where this game has to become a bit more simplified. And that kind of brings me back to the topic of Dark Age of Camelot 2. Not to say Dark Age of Camelot was a simple game, but compared to what games are like now with how many spells you have and how insane fast everything is, it's like it's insane. And they want to keep the classic feel, right? And again, like I said, they want to scale things back. What do you guys think, with everything that you guys know, what do you guys think if they sort of pivoted to a direction of, okay, we're just going to do Dark Age of Camelot 2, sort of. Like, we're not going to worry about the floating islands, because I'm pretty sure that's pretty much out. The whole, I think in Dark Age of Camelot, they have the Darkness Falls. I think they were going to do something similar for this game, but it wasn't going to be at release. So the whole concept of being able to own that, the depths, that's it. Yes. Being able to get there, do that for the gear, or whatever they were going to do with it. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, if they just pivoted to just that with everything they're scaling back, everything they're doing, what do you guys think?
Well, I can start and we can just like complete each other, but I think they have to be careful on what they're cutting, because I agree that there's stuff that could be like cut or removed completely, or just like lowered a bit. That wouldn't affect, I think, most of the game. Because even if you remember in Dark Age, the classes felt very unique, but you didn't have like 26 different spells or skills. You had a few, and some, especially in the magic trees, some were just like improvement on the earlier level ones. So, but the classes felt pretty unique, and there were basically no or nearly no passive skills. So there's a lot of things that could be cut that would make the game still so fun. So yeah, unlike you said, the islands is probably going to be gutted. That's okay, and they keep if they keep the uniqueness of the classes without even if they remove passive skills and a variety of different things, uh, that's okay as well. And I forget what I want to say, so I'll let Miserable keep going, and I'll come back after.
I feel like they're already kind of moving in that direction with the number of things that they're cutting. And I don't. They were very ambitious. They wanted to do a lot of different things and be very unique and very creative, and like that's great and everything. I think that if they would have started more simplistic, got a tribe faction realm versus realm with unique classes up and running and out the door, um, then built on top of that, I think that would have probably been a better route. Uh, I really think that at this point they need to just get something that people can play and just start building on it. So if they can get a three faction realm versus realm, unique classes, like Bobo said, maintain that uniqueness of the different factions and things. I think that's going to be the important thing. I don't know enough about. I know this game is more horizontal progression. Like I don't know enough about how they're planning on doing like levels or XP or anything like that. So it wouldn't be just Dark Age 2 because it seems like they're trying to make it so that anyone can hop in and just get going right away, which is cool. Um, but there needs to be some kind of a gameplay loop to keep people going, and if there's not going to be that leveling component for the downtime, there needs to be something for people to do when they're tired of getting their faces bashed in, you know. uh,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can't go back and do things differently, but I think they would have been better off just starting with Dark Age 2, obviously not like exactly verbatim, but follow
Yes.
that formula and then add creativity to it and then add new mechanics to it. But that's just my kind of my thought. And I mean, I'm not even 100% convinced that early access is gonna happen, or if it does, we haven't even talked about, and I don't know if this is for another video or not, like what we even think or what we expect out of the term early access at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, if they have to either go wide or go deep. So, and there's a difference between complex and complete as well. So, either they go completely deep into certain aspects that they wanted to keep, or they go wide at first, then perfect it as they go along. But if they go halfway through in each direction, that probably will go and fail.
Mm.
Because if you implement something, try to at least make it good enough and not half baked, so people complain about the stuff. So yeah, either like focus on uh, the completeness or the complexity of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to add on that, like even if they got it to a point where it was like Guild Wars 2 world versus world versus world or whatever, where it was just a large map, three different factions battling it out, just get people in the game playing it and then start adding all those layers of complexity. Like you
Mhm.
said, they were trying to go wide and deep simultaneously, and they have finite resources. Like it was just the scope was too big, and now you can see, like, I don't even know, like, 12 years later, they're cutting back on things that probably should have been cut back within the first 3 weeks of talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And there's also like a few things that I don't think they should cut. Like we didn't talk a lot about the crafter class,
Mhm.
and it was a big selling point
Yeah.
back then
Yeah.
to have a crafter class. So I think they need to stick to that, uh, and maybe not go too complex in all the crafting trees. Uh, so that would complexify it too much for what it's supposed to do. I mean, make the class unique and make them like a crafter class per se, but don't try to make 6,322 components to in only like the weapon trees or the armor trees. So make it reasonable, make it simple, but complete.
Yeah. You
So
know,
they have to stick to the crafter class. So I think that's one of that's important.
yeah. So there's a question from Jared. Do they make a whole new engine for this game? Yeah, so when they started developing or talking about this game on paper, it was in the retrospect of, yeah, we're going to develop our own engine so we can do Siege and RVR the way we want, because no engine can handle hundreds and hundreds of people on the screen. Could have been. Could have been.
Yeah.
But that was
But then
their
again,
intent. That was
and
the intent.
that was the selling point. They wanted to have like siege where they could have like 1,500 people fighting at the same place without lagging. So that was I think the main idea behind even Dark Age back then and CU now, to have like big awesome fights. So they had
Yeah.
to make their own thing.
I think
Well, I think yeah, they said they did. So they probably shopped around for what was available at that time.
yeah.
do you think that it's possible that they were overselling the level of interest that the people are going to have in this type of game? Like, how many thousands of people do they think realistically are going to be playing consistently?
I feel like, man, I mean, obviously this is all speculation in my opinion, but I feel like when they launched with all these ideas before they even had the engine, right? I mean, they were building the engine, making the engine from scratch from home. They had a lot of these ideas, and I mean, these ideas were like, they were crazy. They were also they batshit crazy. If you know, that's what they used to say back then. Batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So
I discovered that expression with MJ.
yeah, that's the only time I've ever heard it. So I don't know. I think that there's just the vision was so big, and I think I don't know what they're thinking, but if they did what they were thinking and the game was out, I think they would have pulled a big, in my opinion, probably big enough audience. You know, um, I'd
But they
assume
always said, yeah, they always said they wanted to be a niche game. So I don't think they were
exactly.
aiming at millions of people.
No.
So I'd say, I don't know, maybe 50,000, 100,000 people.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know if it's even considered as a niche game at that amount of players anymore, but they're not aiming for big numbers. I think they're aiming at a loyal crowd.
Pretty much, yeah, like a smaller player base, but a player base that would stick around because this is the type of game they would want, that they've been wanting, I guess. I think when I look at this overall, like with the game coming out in early access, I think
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. A lawyer says it's going to be narrow, shallow, bare bones. Just hope MJ's trust fund can keep it going through multiple patches. I mean, that's honest. That's obvious. It's a concern. I mean, we were even talking about that last night or the other night. Is, you know, how many players are they going to need to keep this boat going? this development boat going. Now, I don't think we could ever really know that because we don't know the financials. But what I do hope is that when obviously this game releases, whether it's early release, whatever we're calling it, as long as it's got enough in it for it to be fun, and again, the class is unique, and again, I'll probably be repeating myself from our last video, but I mean, and I don't know, I think it could work. I just hope that there's enough people, I hope there's enough interest still, because I do really want this game to succeed, but I think it would be a great idea to sort of go towards Dark Age Camelot 2, like 2.0 or whatever you want to call it, because they have the makeup for it, right? They have the area, they have the castles, they're going to have the classes, they've got the ideas for the classes, and when I play Dark Age Camelot, it's fun sometimes, but personally, I'm like more used to the more updated UI, the feeling of moving your character, things like that. This Dark Age of Camelot just made a couple adjustments to be able to cube bind some abilities a little bit better, like make things a little bit more modern. I'd probably be playing it more than I would, a lot more. And that's kind of my hope for this game. Honestly, I kind of hope that they take what's in Dark Age, modernize it a little bit more. And when it comes out early release, I think it is going to be bare bones. I think it is going to be narrow. I personally do. But I hope with players coming on board and maybe investing, and maybe if they are going to do the monthly fee, I don't know what they're going to do, but maybe that will drive them to start adding more of the entertaining stuff, and add more of the things that were sort of promised, but they sort of had to back up. And that's pretty much my take on it. Entertaining
Do you
game
think
loops.
that they're gonna try to get a sub out of people in early access, or just at actual release? Because I can
No.
only imagine the absolute shitstorm of
Yeah,
of
dude.
hate and
Yeah.
vitriol that would go their way if they try to charge people a monthly fee
Yeah,
for
I don't
early
think.
release.
No, I don't think they will go with a monthly fee for early access. I think they're probably doing it this way because after the long amount of time they've been in development, there's probably not even enough people to test things anymore.
Yep.
In the people
Yeah.
that are active. So I think it's
Yeah.
probably one of the reasons.
So it's
And
open beta.
yeah, and I think
Which-
they have to build back the trust people have in them, because they've been people have been burned in some way. I mean, some people took it a lot more personal than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to be careful about that as well. So
It was definitely like when I would make more videos on this stuff years ago, and I'd be really involved in keeping up with everything. I'd sit there and read the comments I'd get for my videos sometimes. Usually I would just ignore them because it sometimes got pretty bad. And I'd look at posts and things like that, and I'd be playing the game and I couldn't talk about it, and people would be saying some really shitty things. And it's just like, dude, they have come a long way in some aspects, like when I would play it. And obviously I can't talk about it, but it just sucks. Like sometimes I wish they would. And I'm just glad now they're moving forward, and I'm just keeping hope that they do, do the early access, even if it's the last day of next month. I don't give a shit as long as it
yeah,
comes out,
And I just, while you were saying this, I just thought of all the MMOs that were supposed to be in development and were canceled in the past 5 years. There's so many, and even like New World that lately shut down. I mean, it's a AAA studio. They have the money to finance games for ever and ever if they want to, but they shut down. CU is still going on. So I mean, there's two ways to look at it. Either we're frustrated that it takes too much time, or they're really dedicated into doing something that they want it to last. So I think there's different ways to look at it, but they're still there. Lately, there's been Pantheon Rise of the Fallen that's got a major finance issue again, and they find not a publisher, but someone to invest in their company. Crowfall
Oh
It
yeah,
came out.
Crewfall.
Crowfall went online pretty quickly compared to other Kickstarter
Yeah.
games, but they shut down like not even a year after.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean it costs a lot of money to make MMOs. It's competitive, and the risk versus reward is insane because I think there's a lot more MMOs that shuts down than the ones that keeps going. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean look at all the MMOs now. And this is a big reason why I want this game to succeed is I mean, even the MMOs that have been going on forever, it's not just a monthly fee. There's always some kind of in-game cash shop, right? There's always something where they're trying to extract money from you. And I fall for it myself all the time. I bought how much stuff from Diablo. I bought how much stuff from World of Warcraft. Guild Wars 2, I bought how much stuff from Guild Wars 2. Like in some of those games I'm paying a monthly fee. In other those games I'm not, but I'm still in it. And here's MJ coming out and saying, I'm just doing a monthly fee. That's it. Like that's it, dude. Like monthly fee, or buy the game, then monthly fee. That's it. I'm not gonna give this, go ahead.
And I think at a certain point, it's what has been like part of the downfall of Dark Age of Camelot is that MJ was never that much into publicity. So I think it's a double-edged sword. It doesn't cost you much if you don't publicize, but then again, you don't get more players. So I think they'll have to invest a little in publicity and don't only focus on the talks from games websites and all.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I mean I just hope overall, and kind of to just give my like wrapping up opinion here. I really want this game to succeed. I want to be able to jump in this game with you guys, a couple friends, and whoever else is playing this, and just kick the shit out of another faction, another realm. And I want to castle siege. Like I want to set up siege, man. I want to do this. And I just really hope it comes out, even if it's bare bones. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm hoping for the best. I really am.
Just a quick joke. Do you remember the second movie of the Lord of the Rings, Return of the Kings? No, not Return of the Kings. The Two Towers, when they're fighting at the keep, and you see Gimli. He's at the top of the towers or the walls, and he can't even see through. He can't even see beyond the wall because he's too short.
Yeah.
Well, that happened to me in Dark Age of Camelot: The New Frontiers.
Yep.
I was at the top, and I couldn't even use my bow to shoot at people down. So I hope that it's not an issue to you. That's all I have to say. When you're short, only because you're a kobold, you cannot fight. That's annoying as fuck. So yeah, that's it. So I hope that this is taken into consideration. If you make small people, make them able to fight, or at least see what they're doing.
Well, I don't know, man. If you're picking somebody small, you're hard to see to begin with. So, there's got to be some drawbacks to that, right? I mean, come on, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, there's a different number of drawbacks, and whether you're online or offline doesn't matter. You can do shit.
I mean, besides that, I mean, there wasn't really much else I wanted to talk about. Did you guys want to elaborate on anything? I mean, I think you guys had some really good points. I don't know.
No,
anything else?
I think that, in my opinion, they just should strip away a lot of the excess, get people in there doing their stress testing and their beta testing and providing feedback. Even if it's just a part of like a large section of the map where we can have 3 different factions going around taking a couple keeps and fighting each other in some kind of persistent world, just to get in there and start, I just hope that they listen to the community.
Yep, and
although sometimes the community sucks and they don't actually know what the hell they want. Like,
oh yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And there's also a difference between what people want and what they need.
This is also true. Yeah.
So and also like the map, as if it's too big and there's not enough players, It's
Yeah,
going
well,
to, yeah, that was an issue
were
with Dark Age. Like,
we were saying
yeah,
in the chat here, dynamic events or something, draw people towards, a specific location. Do something, because I do have concerns with, even when it does, so early access or whatever we want to call it. If there's not enough people playing, then it's
Mhm.
just gonna slowly fade away. They're gonna have to do something to get whatever population's there to actually be in the same area at the same time. So
Yeah.
they can't have this
and
huge open space and then there's 100 people playing and it takes you 60 minutes to run into one person.
And also, I just thought of something. I know there's another MMO that's in development right now, and what it's mentioned so far is that the game is going. It won't be even buy to play. To download the game is going to be free, and there's
Mhm.
going to be a sub. So, do you think it's a good avenue to think about? Like, don't sell the game
Hmm.
and rely on subscription. I think it's a two-edged sword as well because it allows more people to try it. But if you go that route, I think the game has to be really ready for release.
Yeah, I mean I that's an interesting concept. I mean it's the free to play thing. It's cool, but it always has like the gold sellers. But it's like, oh no, I don't think anybody's gonna be selling gold here. Like, right? Like
Yeah,
they're not
but
gonna be like, it's
yeah,
because
but I didn't say free to play. It's just like it's free
for
to
the
get, but you
yes,
have to
yeah,
pay for the sub.
right. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
Or
I
on the
mean,
other
maybe they have to take a look at the population, right? Like maybe this is what early release is going to tell them, like how many people are actually jumping in, like where's the interest lie, like where does it really lie? Because you get a lot of people that shit talk, right? For years they're shit talking, but if they're still shit talking, that means they want to play the game. I don't care how, if you're still shit talking after 5 years and saying this game sucks and it's vaporware and it's never going to come out, you obviously are going to play the fucking game. Like you are,
yeah,
because you still care about it.
yeah, and to respond to lawyer to junkie, he said there's going to be gold sellers on day one. I'm not sure if there's as much or as many gold sellers if there's a sub fee to play the game. I think it probably like lowers down the amount of gold
Yeah,
sellers.
I think
Have
it.
you seen World of Warcraft?
Yeah, I was gonna say
No, no.
but
Well, I
again,
mean,
it's gonna be a different game, right? So like,
yeah,
it's
and
gold selling. Like,
World
what are
of
you
War,
buying?
yeah,
What are you buying with
and
gold? There's no.
World of Warcraft will always be the exception to
Yeah.
any MMOs. So it's hard to compare any MMOs to WoW. But yeah, I get that you're saying it's possible. But then again, they have like millions of players, and we know friends that won't even quit WoW for basically any other game because they're so used to it. They grew up playing WoW. So.
Yeah.
Kind of to jump back to what you said about the whole don't buy the game, just have a sub. What were you thinking then, that they take whatever, like the people that backed the game already and they convert whatever tier into X number of free months of sub?
I can't recall all the tiers, but there were some tiers that you didn't
pay
have
sub.
3 months. Like I took the IT tier,
Well,
so
no.
I didn't get.
What I mean is, so say you bought a $60 tier. Are you
Yeah,
getting four months for free? Like they're converting
yeah,
your backing into the sub so that they can get away from the buy to play and it's just a sub model, or what?
yeah. You're right. I mean, it would be delicate to go that route that I suggested a few minutes ago if that screws up all the tiers that people bought. So yeah, you're right. They probably won't go that route unless they give like the coins that you can buy the cosmetic shop or whatever. I think I don't remember what they were called, but you could have coins where you would be able to reserve your name, own a keep, or own a tavern, and there were different aspects that you could buy with real money. But I think the shop is
I think
down for now.
didn't they take that down at some point to just sort of combat like the whole like all the
Yeah,
negativity that was coming. I thought that was like a couple years ago. I know what you're saying, the guy, because I do remember that. Because when you bought your tiered package or when you were looking, I think they had the shop so you could see like, you know, what the tiers did, how much money like, you know, how much it cost, things like that. But I
Yeah,
do.
they were called founders points.
That's yeah. Tangency anti-cheat server out there. This was supposed to be a big selling point. Wonder if it's robust and how they're leveraging it. Founders points. There you go. Yeah, Jared just said it. So
I
that's
didn't know that they were doing some kind of custom anti-cheat server-side authority thing. That's interesting. Hopefully they've had time to work on that.
Well, wait. Sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. If you have something to add to that, go ahead.
All I remember was, I think I can talk about this. Yeah, I can talk about this. I remember. Now this has something to do with the GPUs, like Nvidia and the what's the other big company that makes GPUs? Not
AMD.
AMD. Yeah, I remember people were complaining that the AMD wasn't as good as the Nvidia, or there were issues, but I don't think that had anything to do with the anti-cheat. Yeah, I really hope it happens this year too. I agree. Early access.
So, just a quick question for
Yeah.
early access. Do you think, like, I personally don't think, I think if they leave their the whole pay wall there to access the early access, I don't think that they're going to get a whole lot of interest just because of the amount of time this has been in development, the amount of time that it's taking, all the negativity that, like, if someone like looks up the game, they're just going to see a ton of negativity, which I get. People are frustrated. Do you think that they're going to leave like a full like $60 purchase in the way of people getting in and checking out if and when early access does drop?
Well, I
Yeah.
think I think the amount it costs to buy the game shouldn't be that high since it's a sub game where you have to pay a subscription. So usually the price should be lower, especially it's not a AAA studio. But it all depends. It all depends on how the game is ready for release. I mean, if it's awesome, like I remember when Dark Age came out, they were caught with their pens down because it was sold out everywhere. People kept asking for it. So, but it was like they had a lot of challenges to overcome to release that game, but they were in almost a perfect time and it went super well for them. So it might have also influenced how MJ thought it would take the time to make CU. So but I think I went away from your question. Can you repeat that again?
I do it all the time, dude. Do it all the time. I think Adam was basically saying, hey, are they gonna really stick a price on the game? Because that price is gonna, affect people coming in, and then also the amount of interest still in the game. So you had like how many people backed this game, right? And they're probably like, okay, this game's never coming out. I'm not even gonna look at this anymore. Are they coming back? Like, are they gonna have enough people? I guess is what you're saying, right, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, 50% of the people that back the game are probably in elder care facilities and can't even join us.
Well,
Bobo's still alive, right?
Obviously,
He's still
obviously,
kicking it.
a little facetious. But
Well,
think of the number of people that have just chalked it up to a loss. They put money into it, it never happened, and their email is no longer active, and like they're gonna need. They can't rely on just the people that backed the game to be successful, but if they really want people jumping into early access and trying it out and things like that, like are they actually fully committed to this early access and they want more people to jump in, or are we just being kind of utilized as like you said, they don't have enough people doing the internal tests anymore and they just need more people in there?
I feel like they need more people to test. I think they need more people to test. I think they're bringing it out so they can get more people to test. It's a very good question. It's a valid question. I mean, there's probably a lot of people I feel like will still come and join the game. They'll still play it. They'll say, let me check this out. And there's probably some people that have completely forgot about it. I mean, honestly, they're probably just like, all right, I'm done. And their life has changed so much over how many years? You know, they might
Yeah,
not even be
like
playing games anymore. I mean, who knows,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, like Miserable said. I mean, when the game was launched on Kickstarter, well, to follow up on what he said, I mean, not just what he said, but
Yeah.
when the Kickstarter campaign launched, my son was still in diapers. And now I'm about to reach the age where I need diapers.
See that?
I personally hope that when it comes out, and I'm gonna say it's coming out this year, I hope that there's enough people, and if there's not, then I hope they pivot and do something in any way to get more people in. I don't think they're going to be broadcasting this game everywhere and hitting all the ads. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Also, and even strategically wise, there will be a difference if the sub fee is $20 a month versus 12 or 15 or $10 a month.
Yeah.
So it all depends because, I mean, I think an MMO would cost $10 a month. I think there would be a whole lot more people that would play it. But then again, more people's equates to more servers. Sometimes you're maybe better off to have less people but less servers, so there's less cost of maintenance. So it has to be pretty balanced as well on that account.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jared says there should be some charge for early access to new players. So I assume anybody that hasn't bought into the game, there should be some charge. And you know, maybe a smart tactic would be, and it might piss some of us off, but to be honest with you, like I spent what, $100 and some when I bought this years ago, and I'm used to, I mean, I'm not that old, but like I'm used to when I bought a game, I bought the game, and if it sucked, dude,
There
it
we go.
sucked, dude. Like I couldn't do anything about it. It's like buying a CD too. I bought a CD and there was only one good track on it, but there was 10 shitty songs. Shit, dude. Well, that band isn't
Yeah.
as good as I thought, and I just blew my fucking money. Like that was my reality. And it's great that Steam offers you this refund, but that like other game, you know, but that was like foreign to me. So when I spent $100 and some, dude, that shit was gone. So like if they say, all right, we need more people, we're gonna reduce the price to like 10 or $15, I could give a shit, dude. Just get more people in. I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
and I didn't mind paying the $100 and some dollars to get the tier that I bought for the Kickstarter. It was like, okay, I'm taking a chance, and
exactly.
every time you give money to a Kickstarter campaign or GoFundMe or whatever, it's like taking a bet. You don't know.
Yeah.
So why should it be different only because it's a game? Because we know that there's a lot of gaming people that are they just love to complain. I mean, in how many MMOs you see people, they keep writing in the chat how they hate the game, but they're there every goddamn night.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
So at some point they either love the game but prefer to go on the hate train, or they don't know what they want.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be even interesting to see if they did something like it's $25 to buy early access, and then they give you 2 keys so that you can invite a buddy to play with.
That would be, yes, that would be cool.
Or all early backers of the Kickstarter get 1 or 2 or what, depending on your tier, keys to hand out to buddies to get them in there. And then hopefully, you know, if the game is good enough, once it like is out of early access, they have those people paying an active subscription. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Also, a promotion like that has to be pretty well timed, though, because if you do it at the wrong time, depending on the state of your game,
The state of the game.
the promotion won't work. So you have
I'm
to
saying
do
that the people that have backed it from the very beginning on Kickstarter, they're gonna know the status of the game. They're not gonna give it to a friend or something like that and be like, "Yo, check out this polished game." They're gonna know exactly what's going on.
I mean, with the tier that I got, I had I think one invite. Like they gave me one invite to give. Pretty much, it was like give give somebody the game for free. So they did do that. So if they can easily, I think, incorporate that if they wanted to, because they've already done it. That was like one of the first things they did. But I think that's a good idea. I think it's really going to be dependent on what the early access is really for. Is it really to drive income, or is it really just a test because income right now technically might not be a thing for about a year? Like, what is it? You know?
Yeah, well, if they, I think, and it's good for any studios, if they go for money right now and the game is not in a good state, it won't help their cause.
Yeah, it's just gonna
So,
go.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Uh.
I remember like it was it Throne of Liberty that I think in the spring of this year they had a free release. It was a beta version, but it was a game where you didn't have to play to level. You could just let the eye control the game, and just that fact alone really pissed a lot of people off because it doesn't make sense that you buy a game and you let your computer play. I mean,
AFK
I'm not
mode. Yeah.
my computer is there to entertain me. It's not the other way around. So yeah, there's sometimes just like tiny details can screw up a game immensely.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it too. Like, y'all think they're gonna put this on Steam? I don't know, man.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
no, I don't think so, but it can be a mistake not to put it on there. I
Yeah.
know that they take 30% of your profit basically,
That should be it. Yeah.
but if it reaches 50% more people, then you're better off going on it. So I think then again, it's a risk versus reward thing.
I personally would stay off of Steam. You see how people do those
Review bombs. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not worth it until you have more of a game. You know, it's already gets so much flack. I mean, unless they surprise the hell out of all of us and have some kind of working game that nobody knows about. But I would stay off of Steam until it's in a much more polished state. Just because, and even then, you're still gonna get like everyone that's irritated and pissed off, and
Oh God, yeah.
they can't play anymore because they're the elder care facility. And so they have their tech savvy children review bombing the game for them. You know, it's gonna be all kinds of annoying
Garbage.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
and
would
it's
stay off Steam, especially if
yeah.
they're so much like focused on a niche crowd. Once the game is in a playable state or it's enjoyable for people, have some kind of a referral program to get like-minded people, because you're not going to capture the masses with this type of game. I think it's a very specific type of people that are going to enjoy it, and those type of people tend to all frequent the same websites and forums and stuff. So encourage that. And when you want to kind of build your player base, do a referral program. Get people inviting other like-minded people to play.
Yeah.
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 And it just somehow, and you're right that Steam can be a double-edged sword. And lately, when a game doesn't launch good, it gets so much
It gets
horrible
killed.
reviews on.
It gets killed.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's awful. But I remember as well, there is some exceptions to this tendency, and it was No Man's Sky. I don't know if you guys heard of that game.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big
Okay.
like yeah.
But that
Yeah,
took
but
forever to
Mhm.
get
yeah,
to where it is now.
exactly, and that's part of my point. It took forever to launch, and it was a horrible launch. But they kept going, they kept working on it, and now, and they even do like free updates where there's new content, and it's always free, or most of the time it's free. But every time they do that, they gain new players, they gain new buyers.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you approach, and in that situation, in the case of No Man's Sky, working on it even technically for free paid off to them, and now they're even making their own MMOs now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think I think respect the players, but don't abide and don't obey to anything they ask or what they say, like you mentioned earlier, Adam. But yeah, I mean, be respectful of them, at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure No Man's Sky there isn't a sub. I think once you buy it, like, I mean,
Yeah,
I think I
but
played it for like 15 minutes. It's just like that's about it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know.
it's not my type. It's not my type of game. But
Yeah, but
they went from negative review to
yeah,
extremely positive.
it's a big it's like a big what's the story? What's that phrase? It's like a went from like
Open sandbox type survival type.
Oh no, but
Is it
Greg
the
is talking about
procedurally
an
generated?
expression.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
yeah. It was like it went from a horrible release to one like a really awesome game. Like I remember it was like a span of 2 to 3 years. It like
Yep,
completely
exactly.
turned itself around. And again,
No Man's Sky was only in development for 3 years, so they can
Uh-huh.
have a horrible launch.
yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, if you compare a non-MMO game to an MMO game, we know it takes at least the double amount of times if everything goes sweet. So, and you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. MJ is trying to reinvent the wheel basically
Yep.
in CU.
Yeah. I think kind of going back to something that we sort of were talking about with like dynamic events and things like that. I recall, I could be wrong, but I know they had like a monitoring system in place that could like monitor like what was going on during, you know, all like everything that was going on the map, and like it could give like indications and things like that. And that's how they had like the pop-ups and things like that. So again, I think I can say this, but I don't. Obviously, like what we've seen in these videos, there's the castles and people defending, and like the doors and this and the siege, and we've seen videos where they were sieging that Cherry Keep with like just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of siege hitting that thing, right? I think they have a lot of the necessary components to make a pretty, I don't want to say basic, but an RVR game. I think it's all there. It's not perfect, and I don't want to talk about the classes because I can't talk about them and what I've played and experienced. But I think again, there's enough gameplay there. It's just, is it going to be entertaining, and is there going to be enough people? Really?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, every game or every studio's got to make profit to keep the game going. So
Yeah.
there's no question. There's no question about that. So I don't think MJ is trying to get a cash cow, or I don't know if it's the right expression.
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, I just think even like he said years ago, he just want to be able to keep the game running.
Mm-hmm.
So, and obviously to make some profit because everyone has to pay their due, but he's not looking to make tens of millions of dollars of the game. Not that I know of, anyway.
Not that I know of either. Not that I know of either.
Because I think he could have went a totally different route, but he chose the hard one. Because
Many ways, yeah. I remember he was.
I think
yeah.
He believed in his ideas. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, either way, game comes out this year. I'll be playing it. I know, Bobo,
too.
you'll be playing it. Adam, you better be playing with it.
Assuming I can find the email that my backing is tied to, sure.
There's a little button at the below. Usually it says "Forget your password." So if you kept your same email,
Whoa! So wait, hold on a second. So I just went to log in, and they have an option to log in through Steam right on their website. You ever see that?
Because they had that other game through Steam.
Oh God,
Ragnarok.
Now don't even say it out loud.
Well, don't worry, they're not working on it anymore. So that shit's gone.
Oh my God,
That shit's
we're not
gone.
gonna talk about that, are we?
No, we're not gonna. No. Okay. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just not my type of game. That's all I'm saying.
Should it exist?
No, that's not.
well,
Yeah, let's not talk.
I tried
about
it. Yeah, I tried it and I didn't enjoy
it. Wait. First Stand Ragnarok First Stand. I don't know why I can't remember it.
We said we're not bringing it up.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Oh,
that's not nice.
Well, anyway, and one thing I'm gonna do when this game launches, when we can play it, as long as it's in the game, we're creating a guild or whatever they're gonna call it in that game. forget. Was it called a guild? I can't remember what they were calling it. So anybody that's in the chat wants to join us, play with us, feel free. And honestly, as long as we keep getting videos and things like that, I'd like to make content, but hopefully the game releases in the next couple weeks and then I could stream it and then we can have fun playing it together.
Well, it says on the video, it says in the video in December, so don't expect it for at least 3 weeks. And I would argue that the best time to launch it, take 2 weeks more and launch it when the Christmas holiday starts for basically everyone. Or at
Oh,
least
what a
people in
Christmas gift, dude. Oh man,
Yeah.
dude, if Santa Claus could bring me Camelot Unchained, man,
Would you want Santa to make appearance in game?
I mean, that would be pretty badass, you know. Be pretty
school.
awesome.
MJ disguised as Santa Claus.
MJ dressed up like Santa
Oh,
Claus.
there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Now we're talking.
Live
Hi,
stream.
MJ, if you're watching us. Hi, MJ.
Live stream. Oh, Bobo's idea. Make it happen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate it. It was a
there
lot of
any
fun.
Questions in the chat or anything?
Oh, well, yeah, we could go
before
through.
we head out. I didn't know if anyone had anything they wanted to add.
We should.
Or their
I think
opinions.
I was trying to address. I was trying to type and bring stuff up as there is. Any questions anybody has? I mean, you guys probably know as much as we do, maybe even more. One thing I did want to say, Manifest Freedoms. I ran into your video a couple weeks ago. It was you were doing like an analysis on YouTube, your YouTube channel analysis on like one of the videos, dude. You really broke that shit down, man. That was awesome. Like I remember I was like watching, I'm like, damn, dude, this guy, he knows a lot. Like this is pretty sick. So if you are into Camelot Unchained as much as we are, and you should definitely check out his channel. Manifest, do me a favor, man. If you're still around, plug it for me, put it in the chat. And then everybody give that a follow. That'd be awesome. And if you don't, I will. So
And just a little story. It's funny because I stumbled across Manifest video like 2 or 3 years ago, and I gave you that link, and you told me that you already watched it. And
yes,
earlier today, he talked to you, and without knowing him on my side, I stumbled upon him on the IT's channel from Camelot Unchained, and we started talking as well. So it's funny how we all ended up on the same place at the same time tonight. So
yes.
yeah, that was really funny.
And I got a story before we wrap this up, right? And this is one thing is, hey, the more people that play this game, especially the positive people, the better experience is going to be, the better the game's going to be, because I just want this game to succeed. But I remember there was one night, and this was so many years ago, and Adam, I don't know if you'll remember this, but I remember I was still living with my parents. I was in the basement on my laptop playing fucking Warhammer on a laptop. And I was playing my shaman. I don't remember what you were playing, Adam. And I remember these 2 guys were running around RVR. And this is when like the game was dying. There weren't a lot of people. And they hopped in our chat, and the guy was like, yeah, man, we love this game, and we really want to get more people like into it and more involved. He's like, let's group up and we'll do some RVR, dude. And it was a lot of fun. Like I remember it was so intense healing, and like it was just so fun. And I always remember that these 2 guys came on and were just like trying to push the community to keep this game alive because they liked it so much. So that is something I want to do. And I really hope again this game succeeds. So let's fucking make it happen for reals. For reals.
I'll add a little sorry note. Sorry if I don't interact that much in the chat, because as you can tell, my main language is not English. So if I start reading, I won't be listening. So, and I'll go always, I don't have anything to say. So that's why I prevent myself from reading too much. But I keep look at it once in a while.
That's all good, man. I'm pretty terrible at doing 2 things at once too, so I appreciate it. Adam, you got anything, man? Are you good?
No, I just want to let everyone know that I managed to recover my account, so I will be playing in early access.
Awesome.
That's nice.
Awesome. And listen,
to
go ahead.
piggyback on what you're saying is,
yes.
I 100% think that community is going to make or break the game. So I'm glad that people are hopping in and interacting, and it'll be fun to play the game with everyone, and just meet more people that, like I said, like-minded people. We just gotta stay positive. I mean, obviously, I don't have the highest of expectations at this point, but I've played some pretty shitty games, and if you're playing these games with the right people, they can still be very fun. So, yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
that's
Yeah,
it.
I don't even get why people focus so much on the negative side of things. It's like I keep saying, I don't like knitting or crossword puzzles. I won't spend my night talking about knitting or crossword puzzles and how much I hate that. I just will talk about something I like. So
Yeah.
I don't get how people keep talking about talking shit about something. I mean, it's completely useless. So,
Absolutely. Well, hopefully our next video is us playing the game or talking about us playing the game. So I appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much, and everybody have a good night and have a good weekend.
have a good
All
night,
right.
guys.